young heroes are going to continue on their quest right now, so it's not very good. Remember, the person just went underwater to kind of get his thoughts, and then he got a message from his dad through some other people, and he was given a couple things. So he was talking about how he had a warning, how you can't trust the gifts, but he also was given 3 gifts. So 3 pearls that they could use to help him in some situation. And then Annabeth said, no gift comes without a price. They were free. No, she shook her head. There is no such thing as a free lunch. That's an ancient Greek saying that translated pretty well into American. There will be a price. You wait. On that happy thought, we turned our backs on the sea. With some spare change from Aries' backpack, we took the bus into West Hollywood. I showed the driver the Underworld address slip I'd taken from Auntie M's Garden Gnome Emporium, but he never heard of DOA recording studios. You remind me of somebody I saw on TV, he told me. You a child actor or something? I'm a stunt double. For a lot of child actors. Oh, that explains it. We thanked him and got off quickly at the next stop. We wandered for miles on foot looking for DOA. Nobody seemed to know where it was. It didn't appear in the phone book. Twice we ducked into the alleys to avoid cop cars. I froze in front of an appliance store window because the television was playing an interview with somebody who looked very familiar. My stepdad, Smelly Gabe. He was talking to Barbara Walters. I mean, as if he were some kind of huge celebrity. She was interviewing him in our apartment, in the middle of a poker game, and there was a young blonde lady sitting next to him, patting his hand. A fake tear glistened on his cheek. He was saying, Honest, Miss Walters, if it wasn't for sugar here, my grief counselor, I'd be a wreck. My stepson took everything I cared about. My wife, like a barrel. I'm sorry. I have trouble talking about it. There you have it, America. Barbara Walters turned to the camera. A man torn apart. An adolescent boy with serious issues. Let me show you again the last known photo of this troubled young fugitive taken a week ago in Denver. The screen cut to a grainy shot of me, Annabeth and Grover standing outside the Colorado diner, talking to Aries. Who are the other children in this photo? Barbara Walters asked dramatically. Who is the man with them? Is Percy Jackson a delinquent, a terrorist, or perhaps the brainwashed victim of a frightening new cult? When we come back, we chat with a leading child psychologist. Stay tuned, America. Come on, Grover told me. He hauled me away before I could punch a hole in the appliance store window. It got dark, and hungry-looking characters started coming out on the streets to play. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a New Yorker. I don't scare easy. But L.A. had a totally different feel from New York. Back home, everything seemed close. It didn't matter how big the city was. You could get anywhere without getting lost. The street pattern and the subway made sense. There was a system to how things worked. A kid could be safe as long as he wasn't stupid. L.A. wasn't like that. It was spread out, chaotic, hard to move around. It reminded me of Aries. It wasn't enough for L.A. to be big. It had to prove it was big by being loud and strange and difficult to navigate, too. I didn't know how we were ever going to find the entrance to the underworld by tomorrow, the summer solstice. We walked past gangbangers, bums, and street hawkers who looked as if they were trying to figure out if we were worth the trouble of mugging. And we hurried past the entrance of an alley. A voice from the darkness said, Hey, you! Like an idiot, I stopped. Before I knew it, we were surrounded. A gang of kids encircled us. 6 of them in all, white kids with expensive clothes and mean faces. Like the kids at Yancey Academy, rich brats, playing at being bad boys. Instinctively, I uncapped Riptide. When the sword appeared out of nowhere, the kids backed off. Their leader was either really stupid or really brave because he kept coming at me with a switchblade. I made the mistake of swinging. The kid yelped, Ah! But he must have been 100% mortal because the blade passed harmlessly right through his chest. He looked down. What the? I figured I had about 3 seconds before his shock turned to anger. Run! I screamed at Annabeth and Grover. We pushed 2 kids out of the way and raced down the street, not knowing where we were going. We turned a sharp corner. There! Annabeth shouted. Only one store on the block looked open, so its windows glaring with neon. The sign above the door said something like, Crustui's Watri Badi Opus? Krusty's Waterbed Palace? Grover translated. It didn't sound like a place I'd ever go to except in an emergency. But this definitely qualified. We burst through the doors, ran behind a waterbed, and ducked. A split second later, the gang kids ran past outside. I think we lost him, Grover panted. A voice behind us boomed, Lost who? We all jumped. Standing behind us was a guy who looked like a raptor in a leisure suit. He was at least 7 feet tall, with absolutely no hair. He had gray, leathery skin, thick-lidded eyes, and a cold reptilian smile. He moved toward us slowly, but I got a feeling he could move fast if he needed to. His suit might have come from the Lotus Casino. It belonged back in the 70s, big time. The shirt was silk paisley, unbuttoned halfway down his hairless chest. The lapels on his velvet jacket were as wide as landing strips. The silver chains around his neck, I couldn't even count them. I'm Krusty, he said with a tartar yellow smile. I resisted the urge to say, yes, you are. Sorry to barge in, I told him. We were just, browsing. You mean hiding from those no-good kids, he grumbled. They hang around every night. I get a lot of people in here thanks to them. Say, you want to look at a waterbed? I was about to say no thanks when he put his huge paw on my shoulder and steered me deep into the showroom. Yeah, I guess we're going to see one. There was every kind of waterbed you can imagine, different kinds of wood, different patterns of sheets, queen size, king size, emperor of the universe size. This is my most popular model. Krusty spread his hands proudly over a bed covered with black satin sheets. With built-in lava lamps on the headboard, the mattress vibrated so it looked like oil-flavored jello. Million hand massage, Krusty told us. Go on, try it out. Shoot, take a nap, I don't care. No business today anyway. I said, I don't think. Million hand massage? Grover cried and dove in. Oh, you guys, this is cool. Krusty said, stroking his leathery chin. Almost. Almost what? I asked. He looked at Annabeth. Do me a favor and try this one over here, honey. Might fit. Annabeth said, but what? He patted her reassuringly on the shoulder and led her over to the Safari Deluxe motto with teakwood lions carved into the frame and a leopard patterned comforter. When Annabeth didn't want to lie down, Krusty pushed her. Hey! She protested. Krusty snapped his fingers. Ergo! Ropes sprang from the sides of the bed, lashing around Annabeth, holding her to the mattress. Uh-oh. Grover tried to get up, but ropes sprang from his black satin bed too, and lashed him down. Not cool, he yelled, his voice vibrating from the million-hand massage. Not cool at all! The giant looked at Annabeth, then turned toward me and grinned. Almost. Darn it! I tried to step away, but his hands shot out and clamped around the back of my neck. Whoa, kid, don't worry. We'll find you one in a sec. Let my friends go. Oh, sure I will. But I gotta make them fit first. What do you mean? All the beds are exactly 6 feet, see? Your friends are too short. Gotta make them fit. Annabeth and Grover kept struggling. Can't stand imperfect measurements, Krusty muttered. Ergo! A new set of ropes leaped out from top of the bottom of the beds, wrapping around Grover and Annabeth's ankles and around their armpits. The ropes started tightening, pulling my friends from both ends. Don't worry, Krusty told me. These are stretching jobs, maybe 3 extra inches on their spines. They might even live. Now, why don't we find a bed you like, huh? Percy! Grover yelled. My mind was racing. I knew I couldn't take on this giant waterbed salesman alone. He had snapped my neck before I even got the sword out. Your name's not Krusty, not really Krusty, is it? I asked. Legally, it's Percustus, he admitted. The stretcher, I said, remembering the story. The giant who tried to kill Theseus with excess hospitality on his way to Athens. Yeah, the salesman said, but who can pronounce Procrustus? Bad for business. Now, Krusty, anybody can say that. You're right. It's got a good ring to it. His eyes lit up. You think so? Oh, absolutely, I said. And the workmanship on these beds? Fabulous. What is Percy doing right now? Sounds like he's stalling, but he's complimenting him, trying to get him off his game. Oh, he grinned hugely, but his fingers didn't loosen on my neck. I tell my customers that every time. Nobody bothers to look at the workmanship. How many built-in lava lamp headboards have you seen? Not too many. That's right. Percy! Annabeth yelled. What are you doing? Don't mind her, I told Procrustes. She's impossible. The giant laughed. All my customers are. Never 6 feet exactly. So inconsiderate. And then they complain about the fitting. What do you do if they're longer than 6 feet? Oh, it happens all the time. It's a simple fix. He let go of my neck, but before I could react, he reached behind a nearby sales desk and brought out a huge, double-bladed brass axe. He said, I just center the subject as best I can and lop off whatever hangs over either end. I'm glad I'm short, I said, swallowing hard. Sensible. I'm so glad to come across such an intelligent customer. The ropes were really stretching my friends now. Annabeth was turning pale. Grover made gurgling sounds like a strangled goose. So, crusty, I said, trying to keep my voice light. I glanced at the sales tag on the Valentine's-shaped honeymoon special. Does this one really have dynamic stabilizers to try to stop wave motion? Absolutely. Try it out. Yeah, maybe I will, but would it work for a big guy like you? No waves at all? Guaranteed. No way. Way. Show me. He sat down eagerly on the bed, patted the mattress. No waves, see? I snapped my fingers. Ergo! Ropes lashed around Krusty and flattened him against the mattress. Hey! He yelled. Center him just right, I said. The ropes readjusted themselves at my command. Krusty's whole head stuck out the top. His feet stuck out the bottom. No, he said. Wait, this is just a demo. I uncapped Riptide. A few simple adjustments. I had no qualms about what I was about to do. If Krusty were human, I couldn't hurt him anyway. If he was a monster, he deserved to be turned into dust for a while. You drive a hard bargain, he told me. I'll give you 30% off on selected floor models. I think I'll start with the top. I raised my sword. No money down! No interest for 6 months! I swung the sword. Krusty stopped making offers. I cut the ropes on the other beds. Annabeth and Grover got to their feet, groaning and wincing and cursing at me a lot. You look taller, I said. Very funny, Annabeth said. Be faster next time. I looked at the bulletin board behind Krusty's sales desk. There was an advertisement for Hermes Delivery Service and another for the all-new Compendium of L.A. Area Monsters. The only monstrous yellow pages you'll ever need. Under that, a bright orange flyer for DOA recording studios offering commissions for heroes' souls. We were always looking for new talent. DOA's address was right underneath with a map. Come on, I told my friends. Give us a minute, Grover complained. We were almost stretched to death. Then you're ready for the underworld, I said. It's only a block from here. And that's the end of today's chapter. Next week, we'll do chapter 18, Annabeth Does Obedience School. So we are right now already on page 283. And there are less than 100 pages left. So we're getting there. You guys are doing a great job listening. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later.